Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks for joining me on the Pixi Dust Designs YouTube channel today. Today I'm using this fabulous die set that is called a Shaker Strawberry die set, and we're going to make a 6x6 shaker card. So I'm going to make two strawberries. The first strawberry, I wanted to make a foldable card almost. I'm going to take a piece of cardstock and make sure it has a crease, and then make sure that my strawberry die will fit on it. So basically it's going to be like a little note card that is shaped in the shape of a strawberry. And so to do this, there's several ways you can do this, but the way I'm going to do it today is I'm just going to make sure that there's a slight portion of the top of that strawberry die that is not touching the cardstock, and that's going to go ahead and make sure that that part doesn't cut, so it will be a fold. So I'll go ahead and run this through my die cut machine, and then as you can see, it's the shape of a strawberry, and then it has that top portion where the die didn't cut. That is going to be kind of like a little note card, but I'm going to make two shakers for this card. I'm just going to do one on screen today, or on the video, because they're both basically the same, just with some slight differences. So I'm going to go ahead and take the strawberry pieces, and I have colored these up with some Catherine Pooler inks. And for the first shaker, I'm going to go ahead and use a vellum. The second shaker that I don't do on screen is made out of clear plastic stamp packaging. And I don't know if you can hear my dogs in the background, but they're just having a fabulous time playing, so I apologize. So I'm going to go ahead and take the outline piece and then add that solid piece, which again is a piece of vellum. I really love the soft look of the vellum with the shaker, and so I went ahead and used that. So I put this on a little wonky, and so I'm going to have to go ahead and trim that little piece off that went over the edge. I'm just kind of putting my scissors at an angle to get that cut down so that you can't see it. And then I did also go ahead and cut a piece out using the outline of the strawberry, so I cut vellum out with that as well. And I felt like the easiest way to put this onto the strawberry was to use this artist tack, which is basically tiny little micro dots of glue. And so they come in sheets like this, and you just go ahead and add your item in between the sheets, where the sticky micro dots are, and then burnish it, and it's a really easy way to not see the adhesive. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut down my foam into small strips so that it fits around the shaker. I'm going to double this up, so I'll actually do 2 layers of this foam. This is a 3M foam. I've had this for probably about 6 years, because when I first started card making, this is what I used, and I was so afraid to use it because it is so expensive that I just didn't end up ever using it. So I thought I'd get it out and make use of it because it is getting a little old, and I want to make sure that I use it before I can't use it anymore. Though I think if the stickiness did run out, I would just add some liquid glue to it, and it would work that way. And then after I have my 2 layers, I'm going to take a brush, and I'm just dipping it in some of the anti-static powder and wiping that around the inside of the shaker window so that my little pieces don't stick. And then I'm going to use this really pretty shaker mix. I love the pinks and the browns and the little strawberries, and I'm going to take my craft spoon and go ahead and add a bit of shaker mix to that strawberry, and then I'm going to take my card and just set that on top to seal in those little shaker pieces. There are 3 shaker mixes that came out with this release. I have 2 of them. The ones that I am going to be using today are called Strawberry is My Jam and Strawberry Shortcake Mix, and so that is the first shaker. And I'll go ahead and add the stem to this. So I'm just go ahead and take my craft tweezers and add a little bit of adhesive to the back of these, and then add them to the strawberry. And then I'm also going to use some of the shaker mix to kind of add little embellishments to the leaves. And so I'll go ahead and add a little bit of glue and then grab some of those hearts. So there is a white heart, a pink heart, and a brown heart. I'm gonna go ahead and add those to the leaves. And I believe on this one I also add a little bit of detailing using some white gel pen and just doing some dotted lines around the outside of the stem. And then this is the other shaker that I made using the plastic stamp packaging and that other shaker mix. And so once I've got all those, I'm going to go ahead and do my background. So I'm going to do a 6x6 card. So I have cut this down to about 5.5, a piece of craft paper. I'm taking some white pigment ink and kind of just running it over that stencil. And then I'm going to take a dauber to spread that white out so it's not so concentrated in different areas. And then I'm also going to grab another stencil from my stash, which is a bunch of tiny little hearts, and I'm going to use some oxide inks to go ahead and add a little bit of color to that background. I believe I am using Distress Oxides and Festive Berries and then Picked Raspberry as well. And so I'm just going to go over that with the stencil with my blending brush, and then I will mat this piece of craft cardstock on a piece of white cardstock, which is then matted on a piece of red. So the red cardstock, the biggest piece is about 5 3/4. The white piece is about 1/8 inch smaller, and the same with the craft. And then I've gone ahead and I've hered my first shaker strawberry. And then because the other strawberry is going to be sitting slightly on top of the red strawberry, I went ahead and I added some foam to that so that it sits nice and even on the card. And I think this would be great to not even create a card base for this and then just use this strawberry, since it opens like a little note card, to put the your personal message in. And so I'll go ahead and I've added that foam, and I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on the portion that's going to actually lay flush with the other strawberry, and I'll go ahead and add that to the card. And then I'm going to finish this off by adding the sentiment that says I love you. The stamp set comes with dies that say I love you, and then there's 2 other dies that say very much. And so I've just taken some white cardstock and cut the dies out using that. And that's pretty much going to finish this card off. This is such a fun die set, and I hope that you are enjoying all of the inspiration from the design teams using this set. It is one of my favorites. To finish this card off, I added some die cut bows and some little enamel hearts, and I think they tie in perfectly with the card. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pixi Dust Designs YouTube channel for lots of inspiration. We've got some fun stuff coming up, so I am so looking forward to that. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time.